Hello everybody, and welcome. Yes, welcome to a special event. A very special day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here for what is going to be my very first Nintendo 3DS stream. Yes. And I am excited. I hope that you guys are excited too, because this is something that obviously is way outside of the realm of my comfort zone and something that I would normally do. And it took a lot to come together. It really did. It took a lot to make happen. And really the first thing that had to happen was that I moved into a new home, an office setting where I have a good PC, I have everything close to me, I have everything in a situation where, you know, wires can reach, and I have dedicated equipment, and it's not in the middle of my freaking living room. I really don't think I ever could have gotten a 3DS capture setup and streaming setup working in my old place in Connecticut. It just wasn't viable, it would have been way too much of a hassle, and it probably wouldn't have worked very well. So here we are, months later, 2 months into my adventure, right? I do consider this an adventure of moving across the country to a new place and, you know, new computer, new streaming and capturing capabilities. And I went all out, and I did hold off for a little bit on doing this because I had just dropped so much money on a new PC, but I said, you know what, if you're going to do it right. There's a bunch of games coming up on Nintendo 3DS that people are going to want to see playthroughs of, and so if you're going to do it big, do it all in one big shift. And so I went ahead and I splurged, and I bought a Nintendo 3DS XL from a company, which I believe is 3dscaptured.com or something like that. It's a Japanese-based company. They're actually based out of Tokyo, Japan. And what they do is they modify 3DSs and give them capture capabilities, live streaming and capture capabilities through USB, a mini USB port that actually gets installed into the 3DS. So, it took quite a while. I ordered this at the beginning of August, not knowing, you know, what was going to happen, and it finally showed up today. Well, actually, I take that back. It showed up on Friday, and I missed the delivery guy by about 10 seconds, so he came back today, and I was awake for it. So, I am very excited, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going to be doing a whole new world of content. I mean, this is stuff that is very limited. You know, not a lot of people have the capability to do playthroughs of portable systems, and this is a big step for me. You know, there's been games that I've wanted to play on my Nintendo 3DS, but I've got so busy with console games that I never got to them. In fact, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3DS games right now I own. Only one of them have I actually completed. It's Pokemon Y. I have Yoshi's New Island, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Bravely Default, A Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds, and Tomodachi Life, all games that I've spent time in, but I don't significantly sink time into portable games. Primarily because, as you guys know, when I'm playing a game, I'm usually recording it, and I couldn't do that up to now with the 3DS. So this is a very different situation for me, and I'm very excited because, in particular, everybody, this year alone, I'm going to give you some perspective. At the end of this week, we've got Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, which is a game that some people never thought would happen, a dream match between two different gaming franchises colliding together. And I think it's going to be exciting. I've never played a Professor Layton game, but as you guys know, I am a fan of the Phoenix Wright series. So that's going to be a pretty interesting experience. In the month of October, we've got Smash Brothers coming out on the 3DS before it's coming out for the Wii U. So we're going to have exclusive, you know, months jump ahead of people who are getting it on the Wii U. And then in November, we've got Pokemon, which I believe is Pokemon Ruby, Silver, Sapphire, fucking Titanium, Family Jewels, or whatever the hell it's called. There's a new one, supposedly it's a re-release of an older one, coming out on the 3DS as well. And keep in mind as well, there's other stuff on there, like other Phoenix Wright games that were never ported to the Wii, that I can just buy the games now for DS and play them like that as well. So, pretty wild when you think about the whole new world of opportunities that have opened up now that I purchased the 3DS capture setup. To give you guys some perspective on how it works, basically this is a modified Nintendo 3DS XL. They actually went inside the hardware of the thing and inserted a capture device inside of it. So it's not huge. It doesn't have any additional hardware or anything attached to it. It weighs the same as a normal 3DS XL. It does have a mini USB port installed in it, which goes to obviously a normal USB cable. And that cable plugs into your PC. You install some software, which they give you the information on how to get the software, and they give you the key to the software. And the way I'm doing this, I'm not doing it like I normally do playthroughs. Usually when I do a video game playthrough, I do direct capture through some other capture device. I add that as a video source in whatever program I'm using. Today I'm actually using XSplit, and then I do it that way. That's not how you do it. What I'm actually doing is called screen region capturing. So in one screen of my PC, I've got the actual capture software running. In the other, I've got XSplit, and I've got it capturing regions of the screen. So you can see here, the two different screens of the 3DS XL are shown on my capture software. Now, this is obviously the very first time we're doing it, okay? So keep in mind, you know, there could definitely be maybe some improvements. Maybe we'll find some tweaks and things that we can use. I have not even begun to delve into all the tweaks and stuff that are in the capture software for the 3DS XL. There's a bunch. In fact, there's even a thing that allows you to remove the filter that actually runs on the 3DS. So what you're seeing right now, guys, is basically the raw feed of what the 3DS looks like. I can actually run a filter to make it look better. And that's going to be interesting, too, when I actually start playing games today, if you guys think that it's better or not. Okay? But, it's very expensive to get this capture device. It's over $500 to get it. And then, of course, it has to ship from Japan to the United States. Lucky for me, I live now in Washington State. I can only imagine how long it would have taken to get this thing across the country if I still lived in Connecticut. It probably would have cost an arm and a leg. So I kind of lucked out in that regard. And so the way this works is it's kind of a weird setup. It's good that in the past year I already learned how to use XSplit, because it would have been a nightmare trying to learn it on the fly. But I want to say special thanks to those people who've been submitting fan art and posting up templates on my website, thekingofhate.com, for this day. Because as you guys can see, I'll actually remove the text temporarily. Look at this great template that we actually have set up for the Nintendo 3DS. And by the way, people are actually doing more. I've already got one for Tomodachi Life, which I'll show you right now. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. And then, of course, later this week, we've got Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and I've also received a submission for that. So this is great. The more templates I get, how much fun is it going to be, you know, having these cool custom templates for playthroughs and stuff. It's awesome. So I want to say special thanks to those people who are working on that. Obviously, your contributions are making this, you know, be as good as it is, okay? So, thanks very much. I'm going to re-add the text so people know this is just the intro to the stream. This is not any gameplay or anything. So yeah, this has been a long time coming. It's something that I've wanted to do, and honestly, until recently, it wasn't even viable. And what I mean by that, let me explain. Until recently, there wasn't the ability to capture the audio of the 3DS through a USB port. You actually had to use the stereo jack, that's right, split that jack so you could have a set of headphones and then a stereo jack running into your computer as like a microphone input. You then would have to have some kind of third-party software splicing that audio with the game visuals. It was a nightmare. It was really hard to do, and I did research about it last year, and people were like, it's not viable unless you're going to be running stuff through capture software constantly. It's going to be a major pain in the ass. So for this to come together the way it did, that just recently this company in Japan had the capability of doing audio through USB, is amazing that it happened in time for the new releases this year. It's great. Absolutely great. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started shortly. And today, the goal of today's stream, which is going to be around 3 hours long, just so you guys know, we're going to be doing a variety of stuff. What I basically want to show you guys is what the different games look like through this capture software. And so I'm going to be going through, maybe play just a tiny bit of a bunch of games just to show you. And then we're also going to be doing Tomodachi Life probably for a chunk of the stream, because that's the game that I actually can play, and you guys are going to love this. I've created celebrities, gaming characters, real-life people that I know in Tomodachi Life, and they're all doing crazy simulated stuff. If you've never seen Tomodachi Life videos yet, you're about to be, like, weirded out, freaked out, but probably laugh your ass off, too, because the game is cute and funny and weird in a lot of freaking ways. So you're probably going to like it, and I hope that that if you do like it, that you spread the word that I am now doing 3DS capture so that more people know and they'll head over and check out the streams and the content on YouTube as well, okay? And the one cool thing about this is that I actually was able to migrate all of my data from my old 3DS, which I've had forever, like it's a Model 1 3DS, to this new 3DS XL with no issues. It worked properly. Apparently all my game saves are retained and everything looks good. So that means Tomodachi Life, it transferred over, you know, Zelda, which I'm halfway through. It didn't delete my save file or anything. So I have all this stuff, which is great. That is awesome, because I was afraid, deathly afraid, that I was going to lose all my save data. And especially with Tomodachi Life, with all the effort that I put into it, creating the characters and stuff, that I wasn't going to be able to use them. But it looks like we're good. It looks like we're going to be able to continue on. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's end the pre-stream. That was a little intro. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to call that a pre-stream. I'm going to call that an intro, and I'm probably going to upload it or as part of the series of videos, because I think that made more sense, that people would understand what exactly we were doing here, okay? I want you to be perfectly understanding, this is the very, very first time I'm attempting to do this. There may be technical difficulties, there may be issues with audio, there may be issues with video. We're going to have to see how this works. We're doing this together, we're doing it live. As Bill O'Reilly would say, we'll do it live, and hopefully it'll work out, and we're all going to have a lot of fun on stream today. Keep in mind, this is just the beginning. Things are going to get better from here with new game playthroughs and everything on the 3DS, so I'm very, very, very excited. Okay? I got people stop blowing into the mic. I'm not blowing into the mic. I don't even know what you're talking about. Alright, so let's end this video, and then we're going to get started. And what we'll do is we'll start jumping into games. Probably we won't do Tomodachi Life first. We'll probably check out a different game and see how it looks before we do, okay? One thing, the volume levels. I don't know how the volume levels are going to be. I adjusted the game volume because it seemed loud. It's down to about 2/3 of what the max capacity is. So if while I'm playing, I can't hear the game, or the game's too loud, Phil, I can't hear you, let me know, and I'll try to adjust on the fly. It's going to be tricky, though, because it's the other monitor that has the adjustment stuff on it, but we'll see what happens, okay, everybody? Alright, here we go. Very nice. Thanks for being here. Let's check it out.